Hello everyone and welcome back to the Belgian Beer Brothers channel. Cedric here in Antwerp, and as promised yesterday we are gonna taste a beer by Wychwood Brewery today. We are gonna taste the Ginger Beard. Now I have searched for it and I didn't find the myth behind the Ginger Beard. All that I found was that he's a fiery character and the beer is so too. Actually, it says so on the bottle. A traditionally crafted beer infused with fiery ginger to deliver a refreshing, spicy finish with a lot of bite. I have 2 glasses prepared because they recommend to serve chilled or over ice to cool down the fire. So I thought this is a large bottle, it's a 500 milliliter, so why not try both? Yeah, I don't know what to tell you more about this beer. It is a 4.2% ABV ginger beer, but it is infused with ginger, so it's not a traditional fermented ginger beer. This is a pale amber ale infused with spicy ginger root. So I'm already quite curious. Let's see how this goes. Right off the bat, I can tell you that these beers had different labels pre-2020. I'll put some old labels up here somewhere. And the old Wychwood logo, being the witch flying on a broom, was replaced by this red star. They modernized everything a bit. Smells exactly like one would expect. Very gingery, also a bit sugary. So it smells like a typical ginger ale or ginger beer that we can buy in supermarkets. But of course that is just the smell. Very nice color indeed. I think this is what you could call a pale amber. It is very pale, also very clear. Some nice off-white foam, rather large bubbles, and I kind of had to work to get some bubbles on there, so not very saturated, I presume. And then the one over ice. There we go. Like I said, they did get a makeover. They used to have a lot darker labels, a bit more eclectic, a bit more fantasy style. I actually do love this one. Honestly, I did buy this beer because of the label. I saw the ginger beard. Now, as some of you guys know, I used to have a very long beard as well, and it is half ginger. And then I got to reading the label and I immediately bought the beer. So I do think this is the first ginger beer that I'm reviewing, maybe the second. So here goes nothing. Now bear in mind that I am serving this quite cold. It's a bit more chilled than I actually anticipated. Nonetheless, still quite aromatic. Again, a lot of ginger, a bit of spice even in the nose. It smells a bit like a, I wouldn't say an amber beer, I'd say somewhere between a Pilsner and a Special Belch, but with ginger. So, cheers. Okay, right off the bat, it smells a bit, it tastes a bit heavier, a bit darker than I expected. Actually not as sweet and not as sharp. So it does have that spicy kick from the ginger root, which I like, by the way. But I like my ginger tea quite sharp as well. But I do believe that I should warm this up a little bit to, yeah, to reclaim the aromas. Nonetheless, I do get the idea. It's a bit bitterer than a bit more bitter than I expected. Um, so it's actually a bit bittersweet with a fiery aftertouch. So the ginger really comes out in the back of the mouth, where the weak tissue is, in the throat, a bit in the aftertaste. Um, yeah, it is exactly as they say it is. It is a pale amber or something like a pilsner. Now that does of course mean that there won't be a lot of differences between this one and this one. So, cheers. Yeah, again, exactly as promised, the added ice cubes not only dilute the beer, but because it's even more chilled, it really, yeah, it puts out the fire from the ginger. So here we get the flavor, but not the kick, or the kick is delayed because it's only in the back of the throat. Here we almost immediately get that slightly fiery sidekick, to say. Okay, very interesting. With the ice, the bitterness is also completely gone. So actually, this is the ginger beer, and this is more like the ginger lemonade because of the ice. Um, Here, I don't really get the feeling that there's a 4.2% ABV. I more get the feeling that it's a session beer, like a 2.5 or 2.7. Here, you practically don't taste the alcohol at all, so it's even more dangerous. Now, bear in mind, this is a 4.2% ABV, but if you go out drinking, these are 500 mils, so that's close to 1.5, almost 2 standard units. Um, so for those going out and driving, bear in mind, don't drink 3 of these because they're tall. I actually quite like this beer, even with the ice. Um, and I also really like the rebranding because this nice white and orangey label actually really resembles the beer itself. This is, it might look simple, but there's a lot of thought that went into this label and this branding. So yeah, I'm a fan. And as far as ginger beers go, I haven't tasted many of them. I'm gonna do a series about some of them, hopefully this summer. But yeah, I like it. This is one of the better ginger beers that I've had. It's not too sweet, and a lot of ginger beer manufacturers immediately go to the sweet lemonade side of things. So yeah, really like this. Let's compare again. Looks very nice as well with the ice in there. Can only do that with very pale beers. Visually, I mean. Okay. Verdict. Part 1, with or without the ice. I would say without the ice, because with the ice it's a lot like drinking fizzy water, with some flavors. You immediately take out the feeling and the flavor of the alcohol. You take out a lot of aromas, not just the fiery, the spicy kick from the ginger, but also the rest of the aromas, the bitterness. So yeah, good advice, but I really wouldn't. And if you don't like that ginger part, well, there's so much more to drink on the menu, so we'd rather order something else with a lot of flavor. So, without the ice for me, and then generally the verdict, how would I score this beer? I don't know. It is one of the better ginger beers. I'm not the largest ginger beer fanatic. Um, let's call this a 3.5. Yeah, let's call it 3.5. I was going 3.25, but the more you drink of this, the more that small burn in the back of your throat expands, or yeah, it's like a fire that feeds on wood. So yeah, let's make it a 3.5. Anywho, I'm gonna leave it at that. I do believe that this is my first UK beer review. I hope many will follow, because yeah, the UK has many good beers. As usual, if you like this video, hit that thumbs up, let me know. Leave something in the comments, and if you want to see more, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and you'll get notified whenever I upload something, which should be Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 6 p.m. my time. So, cheers you guys, see you in the next one.